This is Bridget Rao with Divine Essentials. Okay, guys, so I've had new events happen, right? And I know people are like, "Oh my God!" when they learn these things, if they've never learned these things, or if they have like suppressed them, or tried to look away from them, or ignore them, or just hope for the best. But hoping for the best is a good thing. It is. We also have a powerful, powerful thing behind us. Like, we are all together in this. If we stay together in this, there's a big conquer, divide, tactic out there. Like, oh, black versus white, man versus woman. Like, people coming out and wanting to be a different sex, this thing and that thing. All these things cause divide among people. And we really don't need that whatsoever. That's not helping anybody whatsoever at all, anywhere across the board, okay? So if you watched the video last night, I shared about my experience and ba-ba-doo-boo-doo-boo, right? Well, I went to go fix it because I knew, like, from before, when COVID hit and everybody started getting scammed and all that shit, like, my bank started doing this, like, if you have any, like, type of thing that's, like, just a little different from your normal thing, we shut down your card. I've always had to call and talk to somebody to get it put back on and, like, confirm my activities and all of that shit, right? ADHD brain, we know what we need to do and we know how to do it, but a lot of times we disconnect from that and it's hard for us. So I finally sucked myself up and I'm like, all right, I got to do this because I got orders, I got to ship, and I can't do it until that thing's on. So tonight I called the bank and I'm being sent in circles, circles, circles. I'm like, what the hell? So I go and I look at my account and all of a sudden they're magically there. I even have screenshot from the day that I realized that they had turned things off and that my Etsy was 000 balance because they had sent the money to the account like they do every Monday, but it wasn't there. It wasn't available. I wasn't even to get my groceries, and that's what alerted me to the fact that there was an issue that I needed to fix. And then I, like, have been like the push from spirit. It's not easy to be like in this brain and in this wisdom and in this energy and all this stuff all the time, because it's like, yeah, like it's a lot, and it's a lot to try to give to people. But first of all, the even reason I'm even telling people is so that they can protect themselves. Put yourself in an FDIC insured account, okay? Under 100,000, you will be protected if you have that, all right? I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to switch over to the digital shit show, okay? And whatever you've had in your other thing should probably get transferred over there. But if it's over a certain amount, I think they're leveling the playing field with people. And that's probably going to cause a little bit of a upset, all right? We don't have to end in war. We don't have to end in bad, bad, bad. We can shift the timelines if we come together. Just the fact that my card fixed itself, right? It fixed itself this time. It's never done that before. And I look in there, not only is that deposit in there, another deposit's in there. So it's like, here's a little bonus for listening to us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And I can't make you know, but I have to do what I'm guided to do, or they will literally mess with my life to a degree that's like unavoidable. You have to fucking notice this. You have to pay attention to it. Could I have gone around it without sharing the message? Sure, I could have, but they probably would have kept hitting me with more things. This is why I woke up and accepted the fact that there's like beings out there connecting with me and wanting me to do certain things. And I just learned to finally listen. You guys have seen them hit me in the head with answers. You've seen them, like, out there talk to me, respond to me in different ways. Whether you believe it or not is up to you, but I believe it. That's not the only weird thing that's happened, and it's like blah, 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 blah. I see it all the time, okay? So I have one account from Blue Vine, right? Blue Vine. Any money I put in there makes me money just being in there. I also have Chime account because my dad had Chime account and he can send his money to me when we have to pay our rent, all right? So I have the Chime account, I have the Blue Vine, I have the Eastern, and then I have PayPal. So I have all those accounts, right? But like, I still like, I saw a thing recently from the Blue Vine about, they were like telling us not to worry about things because they have that thing, right? I saw that thing in the post that I shared last night in the screenshots, and it was like, if you got an FDIC, you are like covered to this amount. And like, being a business, right, as a corporation fucking shit show thing, which is actually not a bad thing, okay? It's actually a good thing if you want to do business and you get to that point where it's like, you're at that point. I'm like, I went back down, but I'm like, you know what? it's a good thing that I have that. The whole way about it, and the person that I had was not a good person for it, but it does have benefits for it, all right? But part of it is like you've got a lot of rules you got to follow. You're not supposed to mix and mesh your money. When you're just a sole proprietor, which is what you are, if you are a human being making money with your social security number. If you go out and you get a business IEN number, then you become either an S corp or a I can't think of the other name. There's another thing that you can become, and it like it's ensuring you that you're separate from the business in case somebody wants to like sue you and go after you. They're not gonna get you. They're gonna get like whatever. It's just a protection fucking thing. But you also have a lot of rules, like you can't mix your money up. Things, all right. If you go out to start and you're under $100,000 in income or sales, because it's not even income, it's just sales. Like, yeah, I sold $30,000 of decks that I paid for that first year, right? But like the amounts are vastly like weird, right? Like I paid $30,000 for the decks. That's probably me making 50,000. All right, so I made 50,000, paid 30,000. So it's like a 20,000 net profit. Net profit is your profit, what you take away from the thing, okay? But like all of that stuff, you underneath 100,000, you don't really probably need to be an S corp or whatever. Just be a sole proprietor. It's easy thing for the get go, okay? To see if you even can get it to go. If you can get it to go and you hit that 100,000 mark for a year or two, then probably look into becoming something else and protecting yourself. And it also depends on what you've got. If you're selling like items that people could, have a potential issue with, then you might want to have something there to protect yourself. Like all of this stuff that I deal with is for a reason. The fact that they fixed the thing on its own tells me that they wanted me to do that, and the fact that I did it was like, here you go, now it's all fixed. You don't even have to talk to anybody, because they know I hate fucking talking to people. I still gotta get the PayPal thing done, but today I was like, you know what? I think I should just message the NPC people where I do my decks, because like they're the ones that got the money twice, right? So I should just talk to them. I'm a customer of them. The first year I was with them, I gave them $30,000 of money. The second year I was there was even more, and I'm still there with them, and I'm a platinum member with them. So they should probably want to keep that contract, I would think, but you never know. They don't have a call thing. It's only email that I can communicate with them there. So I'm gonna have to like really prepare it all and get it done. But I'm disconnecting my personal like bank stuff from PayPal. So any money that goes to PayPal, I can transfer it to my bank, but I'm not going to have it like linked like it has been, so that there's no way that it can double charge in the future, okay? Another thing I'm doing is going over to that Blue Vine where I know is like it's a business account, and you could do it with just you don't have to have an EIN number, which is like a business tax number, which sets you up so that you can do like wholesale and stuff like that, okay? Those things are things that you may want to cross at some point, or maybe not. It depends. There, you can get wholesale stuff without being a wholesaler or having that number, but it depends on what you want and where you want it, and what the product is, and all of that stuff. But nothing is impossible, basically. And that's my whole point of this, is like, I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be freaked out. I'm not doing this to be an asshole. I'm doing this to like inform people and wake them up and be like, hey, be aware of what you're eating and what you're dreaming and thinking and all of those things. It's all relevant. If you don't know what we're trying to like prevent, if you don't know what we're trying to heal with our intention, if you don't know this new world that we need to dream into being in detail, it's kind of hard to fix it, right? The shamans say, dream it into being, right? Dream a new world into being, a healed, whole, like where the waters are clear, where the air is free of the fucking shit show, where there's people that are not doing what they're doing, where you don't have baby fetus all over you and your friends and in your arms and everything. It's messed up stuff. It's really messed up stuff. And the hole goes deep. I do suggest you dive on in there and look for yourself, because you will probably be like, wow, wow, whoa, wow. And me being crazy will no longer cross anyone's mind, okay? Like I said, I'm on the right side of crazy if I am crazy, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just way too aware of all the shit. Knowing what we have out there, knowing what we're going up against, knowing all these issues and everything, it's like we want like ideally we know money is an issue, right? So it's like it's not a good thing. It causes like the biggest problems in our world. All of the wars and the murders and the things that are going on, it's either like they hide it under religion sometimes, but it's money most of the time that is like the main cause of issues, of divorce, of like hate, of segregation, of being like, I'm better than you, oh, better than you, oh, they're better than me, bullshit. None of it's true, okay? Try to dream into being a world where we all love each other, accept each other, understand like the ways of the earth, they get connected back to the earth. Yes, technology is a wonderful thing that has made wonderful improvements and stuff, but unfortunately it's also opened up a doorway to a whole lot of shit we don't want happening here. So we can fix it. We can fix it. We can prevent these things. Like, we know who the people are, like up there at the top of the fucking food chain, that are doing a lot of the stuff. And I've seen a lot of those people that have been at the tops of food chains in like the world, like the Murdog guy, the Murdog dude, whatever, like his kids, anything they did, so many people murdered and killed until he finally was like really brave and killed his wife and son. And then it was like all the things came crashing down around him. He had a person that he tried to have that person kill him, didn't work out too well. Like, guy is a mess, right? But he's 100-year long legacy of corruption in the world. So he got taken down and he's being shown for who he is. That can happen to the Gates. That can happen to the ones up there at the top that have been doing it. We have the majority. We have way more power than they do. We are here to do this.